Well, hello, everybody. Who do we have here? Play a Letter Games, Heiner Mal, Cosmic, Fat Mullins. Thank you all. It is I here to give you a little bit of a diversion for a while. I am good. The water is great in here. This is my next door neighbor. Yes, I am moist, Daddy. Hi. But I'm moist in a normal way instead of a filthy minded way. I'm immersed in 80-degree water, I think it is. Let's see. This is my neighbor's home, as I said. And they're working to help pay for this. Yes. I wonder if you can see clearly. 80 degrees. There you go. Yeah, there it is. Ah. So, it's always fun to watch a person try to get into one of these type of things and not fall. Oh, I did it. Now I'm trying to see how I can work this thing. I need somebody to grab my feet and put me in camera view here. So I can turn my... Oh, there we are. There. Oh, it's not staying up. Will I fall in? Here's a foot. There's a foot. Oh, there. Thank you all for joining. As you might be able to guess, I really can't read your comments right now. It's kind of like I'm doing half of a sit-up to keep up. What? I need to do about 1 billion of those. Tighten up this belly. Although I lost weight. The fat's still in there. And my belly was ruined by a prostatic procedure. My prostate was removed and they really mangled up the stomach wall. So I have a terrible stomach, what do you call that? Hernia around the umbilical connection. Oh, you want me to skinny dip? I did see that comment. Tina and Mary Hubbard, Steve Grove, Brian, Suev. So, are most of you all stuck at home? I don't, or are you, a few, maybe you're using your cell phone and you're not doing anything at the second for work. You're all protected, thankfully, by the glass shield. My virus spores can't go to you. So, thank iPad for this protection from me, the filthiest person alive, exposed to more crud than most ever want to think about. It has a slow leak, but I thought I could at least get on there for a couple of minutes. And it was starting to get low, so I thought I'd do that. Thank you guys. I am a lucky dog. I'm not ever going to say otherwise. I'm very blessed. You know, I guess it's good karma because I certainly have tried to do nothing but do good as much as I can all my life. It's not just that I saw all of a sudden turned into this person and you guys see how I created this. No, I created this mess when I was 12. So I came up with things like when I was in 12 or 13 year old range, I really got tired of people saying God damn. So I would say devil damn every time I heard somebody say that. And I was seriously into spiritual life, etc. So sometimes I still think of saying devil damn. I mean, if you all would think about saying devil damn instead of the alternative, you can still get mad. Thank you, Daryl. I'm going to keep Daniel McKee, and I will keep them coming. Thank you very much. 80-degree water. Burr. Let me see something here. Have you ever seen a beluga whale? Well, they're, natural. So they look something like this. All right. There you go for your skinny dipping request. On the internet. Yes, that was my butt. That was my cute little butt. So I got some laughs. Let me see what Is he skinny dipping? Yeah. He is. Was that a butt? Nice. Haha. Was that his bum? That was funny. Crack. Oh my God. Look at this, Rick. Another dirty pool. Rick is the goat. That was a full moon tonight. Moon shadow. You're welcome for my bum humor. Well, remember my belly button. The thing I described a minute ago was having a herniated belly right at the umbilicus, caused by the fact that they went in at that part. That was my original belly button connection. And they went in there to get access to my prostate. And they also went in at a couple other locations on the side and center left of my stomach. And going in through those 3 different locations, they were able to pull apart and tear apart and remove my poor prostate, probably sucking it into a million bits, and then sewing the 2 pieces that used to have a prostate in between from my bladder, primary ureter, to the other piece that goes to my urethra and out the door. So that's where your prostate would be, right in this middle area. So they just sew it back together. And then they stick a catheter in you all the way back up into your bladder, and you have to wear that for a period of weeks. Every time you pee, you feel it. You feel it when it coils up inside of your bladder and you get cramps. It's a lovely thing. Anybody had urological problems besides me? Let me tell you. No one is a pussy who's ever lived through having a kidney stone get stuck in their primary ureter, right? I've talked to women who've had children, had multiple children, and they said that that was nothing like the pain from the kidney stone. So I took it. I had like 5 or 6 hospitalizations like that where I was almost going to die of sepsis. This is a real story, folks. So I'm lucky to even be here. One time, I really should be gone. They should have not been able to save me, but they tried. And oh yeah, I took one for the team. And they got my infection under control. But I was like, it was so bad. After I'd been in there several hours, I'm in a room. I'm sleeping. I feel the call of nature. I call for assistance. No one shows up. So I went into the bathroom unattended. Somehow was able to drag my IV pole and get untethered from the bed, escape all my tie downs and such. I felt like Houdini. And I snuck into the bathroom and was going to find relief. And as I was slowly lowering to sit on the toilet seat to do my business, all hell broke loose as I was descending. And no lie, folks. You know what a flat spray wand looks like, where it just goes sideways? Apparently my shit went like a flat wave spray, and it just went and it sprayed all the way down to the floor. Over everything. The wall, the toilet seat, the floor around the toilet. Liquid nastiness everywhere. It was so bad the staff would not clean my bathroom. Finally, the next day, the director of nursing, a male nurse, he came back and he cleaned it himself. This is a registered nurse, but none of the aides would clean it up. How much do you think it's going on like that right now in the hospitals? I'll tell you what, a lot. You get hit with heavy antibiotics, that happens. So how many people are in and out of the hospital? So another dirty hospital would be a good show right now. Except for all the tragedy of death, if we could just put that aside and just focus on the filth, like tunnel vision and all that, and show the fluids building up, etc. Well, if you really want that kind of stuff so bad, I think you have to find someone else to produce it, because that's gratuitous and I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm sorry, even though I usually do participate in that kind of heinous humor. Enough is enough. I call it, that's enough when you're talking about innocent people dying and taking advantage of the scene. But just visualized it, and it sounds like a pretty horrible show. Maybe it'd be on the Vice channel. So, tornado hits. I'm so sorry of anybody who's already been hit in their neighborhood, or they know people who've been hurt or even have died. God bless you. This is the spring, you know, this is when we get this crazy change. And maybe it's a little more aggressive this year, I don't know. We'll have to see. My home state of Maryland has tornado watches today until 6 p.m. Down here in Florida, I can't even get a rain. We may see a little bit of rain later as the week goes on, but it's dry down here most of the time. So what are people talking about? Let me see here if I can get in here. Hospitals here have. Oh, that's a good idea. Just have like a toilet within a shower, like a RV does. So, but it's hell to get that stuff down the drain when it gets clogged up in there, and you got to take a stick and try to push it through, or some kind of a brush that doesn't work. You spray it, it squirts back up in your face. You got shit on your face. Nothing I want to play around with. Hi, Cindy. You should look at Cindy. Cindy's sleigh here, I believe, is the same lovely lady who has great fashion sense. And if you go on Twitter and look for her, you'll see lovely clothing and other fashion items that she has up for sale. Good prices, good quality stuff. So give her a look. Free plug for my friend there. I'm good. I'm really great. Look at me. I'm in a pool. It's 80-degree water. It's 88 degrees outside. A fashion show. Wow. I mean, you're welcome. Love you too. That would be tremendous. Cindy, could I somehow be a virtual fashion show that I could somehow work with you on, and maybe we could broadcast it out of my YouTube channel? I'd be interested in working with you. Maybe you know a couple other people who are doing something similar to you, and we could open up some kind of a way for you to have maybe people at home showing the different items that you have. Yeah, that could be cool. I'll be up for that. I hear or read by the comments I'm seeing here that people also would like that. So, heck, I'd open up a whole video sub channel for fashion video shows under my channel. I need growth, and I'd be happy to help. Or if you just want to try it out and then start your own, get your own thing going, Cindy, and your own platform. Okay. I am not going to say I'm any fashionista. I can't even say fashionista. That's it. I can't even hardly say the word. Um, very simple tastes, and I'm accustomed to J.C. Penney, Walmart, Target pricing. So if I see a shirt that says $30 on the tag, I'm like, wow, that much for a shirt? Are you kidding me? I know people probably would laugh thinking of the money that shirts can go for, various different types. I I just don't have a clue. Only problem is that I don't know where the cameras are. So if I'm messing up with you, I'm so sorry. I got a smear here. There we go. Just carry on. I've dropped this on the ground several times, this iPad. It's not a good thing to do. Don't like it when I chip the edge of the screen. But when you do stupid things, and I'm very good at that, I have to say that makes it much better for me. And you probably can't tell the difference because I don't even know where your camera is built in there somewhere. So it appears to be somewhere on the right here. Yes, that's where my camera is, over here. So I'm going to be picking up a 1080 at least webcam and like an internet microphone, so I can start doing the webcasts right from my desk. So that's coming. I have to get my butt back into doing that long amount of work that's going to be involved for me to start this new series. The principal interest in this is just my interest forever of paranormal, cryptid, UFO, ancient alien, whatever. You know, I've been fascinated by these kind of topics for since I was a kid. When I first read Chariot of the Gods. So now I'm going into doing something about it on my own. And it's going to be a series of documentary styled instead of goofy styled videos about different places, different things that I discover. Hopefully, or at least stories I will tell about these places with some evidence as I'm lucky to find it. And it's going to be called Another Odd Place, sort of spinning off from Another Dirty Bird. So I've gotten a local person who's a great assist, and he's a very nice guy. He's become a quick friend. He and his wife Heidi, Nick and Heidi, and they go by the Explorers on YouTube. EXPLORRIORS. Kind of an odd spelling. And I've gotten some contacts, and I appreciate the people who've reached out to rick.adr@aol.com. It's still open for people to come and bring to my attention a place that you might know of. Your family owns the land, you work at this place, but you have some kind of permission to get us there. Or if you don't, because it's like a public location, where is it? And I'd like the information. I mean, I'm saying Florida right now. I'm saying anywhere I can get to. And I've got a number of locations that are scattered in a couple different states. Um, None from my own state of Maryland, oddly. I haven't gotten one Maryland referral yet, although I know there are many places in Maryland that have been reportedly haunted, and I've been to them obviously because I'm there, but I've also had no luck in some locations. So that's an interesting place, some kind of a place called the Death Pond. I'm getting this from Daniel McKee. So rick.adr@aol.com. Daniel, if you don't mind, take a minute, give me a little information about this place. I've never heard about it, no idea where it is, maybe a little story, and if you have had any experience, send me a little email. I appreciate it, and I appreciate it in advance. Um, and in Gettysburg, I've been to Gettysburg many times, but if you've been there, if you have a tip there, I'd be happy to take that because I can easily go there and try whatever location that you might have had an experience at. I've been at Round Top. I've had even Dan next to me have a female voice say hello to him in his ear. He doesn't even remember apparently that experience. But I've recorded and gotten cannon fire, gunshot fire, and an intelligent response to a question in reviewing recordings there. So, whatever you have a story about, please let me know. rick.adr@aol.com. I do look at my email. If I don't, my wife lets me know about it. So please and thank you. In a little while, I'm going to be moving to podcasting mode by use of what the hell is it? FaceTime audio only. That's right. And it was iPhone, but I couldn't think of the name for a second. So it does a good job for Dan. He's able to get a clean audio from me, and then he. Oh, and thank you very much. I'm glad you got your key tag there. Uh, the deal for Dan with the key chain or key tags, those are totally Dan's gig. I don't sell those at all. But if there's a problem with your order, I'm happy to take a message for him, and you can use my email and I'll forward it to him, okay? He gets a lot of orders coming through. It's handled by his ex-husband in terms of fulfilling all the orders. So they actually package and mail everybody's order after they get it in bulk. If they make a mistake, they want to make it right. They want everybody to get what they've ordered, and they hate to hear that people have had a delay in their shipment and something got hung up. So please, you either go back to shopdanbell.com and go to his site and send a message, or you can use me as backup at that rick.ador@aol.com. Let me go back to a comment here. I just got a comment from oh, thank you. Cindy was just saying I'm sounding really good on the podcast. As long as I don't move the phone away from my mouth and the schoolmaster smacks my fingers with the rule because I've taken the phone away from my mouth a millimeter. God. Dan Bell, the motherfucking pain in the ass. Slave driving motherfucker. Yes, I said that. I'm just drinking water. You know, I actually do mostly drink water all day. I drink at least 96 ounces of water a day. No bullcrap. And I take a medication to help me not grow kidney stones. And this medication is a diuretic, if anybody knows what that means in terms of medication. So you need to drink a lot of water, bottom line. It makes you expel water anyway, so you need to keep replenishing yourself all day long. You can't just drink water at one time and then expect your water level in your body to be fine all day long. You got to constantly replenish the water. It takes like 6 to 10 hours, I think it is, to process the water that you've just consumed that your body is able to use. It may seem longer or shorter when you have to go pee. Well, that's the amount of water that gets passed through before your body can use the water to a cellular level. So, there you go. That's a little bit of science from Rick. I used to go by the term Mr. Science, and when I was raising my granddaughter and my daughter, when we would do different things, camping, used to volunteer for a local group that would collect data on stream quality by volunteers to help to show the effects of pollution and use the data to advocate for pollution controls. So I did this with my wife and my daughter, Jennifer, where we would go into water with hip waders, and we'd use sieves to catch after we disturbed a little material underneath of rocks in areas called the riffle of a stream, which is a little part where you see the water run a little bit stronger. You see it bubbly. That's a riffle. So we would do what's called sampling for benthic macroinvertebrates. What was that? We actually were catching like bugs and shit, and then we'd lay it on the ground on a white piece of material that had a grid pattern on it, and then we would pick off the bugs and identify them. Like, was this a fly, or was this a stone fly, or a mayfly? Those are different than a fly, Diptera. I can't think of all the different names, but you find the immature versions of some insects, and they're called nymphs. In the nymph stage, they're carnivorous. They can even bite you. They're not really going to hurt you that much, but they can. They have little pincers. So, thank you, Mark. I'm sorry you got to go, but you can always watch it later on record when I put it up and save it. And we're going to be coming up to that time when I will be closing up. I just wanted to get on here while my mind was clear, because I got an allegation earlier that apparently I'm just constantly an inebriated asshole. I'm just an asshole all the time, and sometimes I'm inebriated. I'm not an inebriated asshole. So I want to make sure it's correct and that you understand the distinction of being an asshole all the time, even when you're sober, rather than just when you're inebriated. I like to be consistent all the time. When I'm sleeping, I'm an asshole. When I'm taking a crap, I'm an asshole. When I'm eating, I'm an asshole. You know what I mean? Always. Keep it real. Okay. Hit that button. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Anybody who's not subscribed on my channel but somehow is watching this podcast or this live stream, please subscribe to my Rick Serra channel and click the bell on the right side of that screen, and you will find that you will get notifications. And if I do this again, it'll let you know, and you can watch again. At this time, I've been saying this, usually I say it at the beginning, but I'm not encouraging donations. This is a super chat. If it was normal times, not with the plague and everything going on with our country and everybody's economic problems as a result of everything, like, for example, I've lost money in investments. My house is worth less now up in Maryland, I found. Isn't that all great? It's all going to come out. You'll all love it too. It's a great story. It's called Rip Off the Middle Class. Whoever does it. And, you know, you start out as a strong progressive with a degree in ecology. And you go out in the world and you're 21 years old. And you even do things like sample for benthic macroinvertebrates on your own time as a volunteer, while you have a regular kind of a job that never gave you that chance that you wanted to have to do biological sampling, things like that, because you actually studied to do that at university. But instead, you got involved in other things. Oh, thank you. Here's now, unsolicited, I just said I'm trying to pass on these. Thank you very much for, let me see what she said. And gosh, this, of course, I can't see right now. All right, I'll get her. Christina West, thank you very much for your donation. I love the hippos, it's very cute. But the bottom line is, I had very idealistic goals and a desire in my life. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what project I wanted to work on. I wanted to work on something with agriculture in the watershed of the Chesapeake Bay area of Maryland to help to make the farm more efficient so they had less waste, so they used less chemicals such as fertilizers and pesticides. I also wanted to help, maybe if I was in a public role, I wanted to help maybe with group insurance for liability, health care, etc. for farmers and their families. This is what I wanted to do. Never got a chance. ended up being involved in pollution control of different types of things. So, you know, I had a purposeful life, but I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. But also, what I found over the years is I work hard, and I watched people my same age group who jerked off, who didn't work hard, who goofed around, who are now sucking on the government tit. And you know what's really crazy is these are some of the same people who support everything that the Republicans push. I'm not trying to say I'm pro one way or another because I'm really down the middle. I believe in some of one, but some of the other party ideas. I believe in one overall thing. I want happiness, health, and prosperity for everybody in our country. I want us to be loving and civil to one another in the world, including our own poor, people who are seeking a way to get out of a terrible situation and they come from another country, so you call them an immigrant. Doesn't mean they're a criminal. It means they're people who need help and they had less of a chance. They weren't lucky to be born in this country and have the blessings we have, even in a rough time like now. So we need more getting along and less not getting along. And I've become more conservative over the years as a result of seeing those people who used to be so liberal have now become so conservative, and they're the first ones to take all the services but then say all the bad things about people who need services, like they're undeserving. And when did my Social Security become some kind of entitlement that I was lucky to have after I paid for it in my paycheck for 45 years? And if you're 21, don't you think you should get what you deserve after you paid into it for 45 years? So all that. We need fairness and equity everywhere. And we don't need to be manipulated. That's all we feel is manipulated, pushed around. And whatever you believe, you believe. But believe it because you found the answers yourself. You tried and took the effort to, and that's how you feel about it. And if that's what it is, and I disagree with you, you know what I'd say? That's fine. We can agree to disagree. That's something we used to be able to do. Instead of beat each other up and call each other names because you don't agree with me. We're never going to all agree. We have to agree to at least get along. And if we don't agree on different things, it's okay. We'll move somehow to the middle. It's not rocket science. That's the way we need to change things. So pray for a better country, a better world where everybody has more of that most important stuff: peace, prosperity, pursuit of happiness, love. That's all. So on this lovely day, I'm going to say goodbye and wish you all love and happiness and prosperity, if not now, very soon. Thank you all. God bless. And have a great day. Until next time, I'll be back.